Hello, it's Nesrin, Wisdom Visionary with the Way Within Divine Messages YouTube channel, and we are doing today part 4 of Universal Year 1, Personal Year 11, 22, and 33. These are master numbers, and I am here with the Diaz deck. It's an older deck. I've had it quite a long time, for about 40 years. I got it a long time ago, so I don't think it's available anymore on through publishing. You might have to get it used, but you can still get it. Anyway, I'm going to get started. Yeah, let's just go with the flow, see what unfolds. Master numbers are a bit different. Let me explain it this way. 11 is usually sparkling ideas, people who can become famous. Number of people that have 11s in their chart are famous stars, such as Leonardo DiCaprio or let me think here. Sean Connery. I'm just trying to think of some others, and they're not coming to mind, but they have them in two different parts in their chart. Actually, Leonardo has both 11 and higher numbers as well, because when they're added up, they go up in the pinnacles. I'm going to explain more of this later. We're just going to stick with our master numbers. So we've already talked a little bit about the 11. I have a lot of 11s in my chart. They're not easy to live under. They require a lot of imagination. Somebody who can live in their imagination, hopefully they're living on planet Earth, but it's generally the ability to take your ideas and supplant them here on the planet. A lot of scientists, artists, people who care about art. You can even go higher than that into people who work on special projects. It's also a power number, so we have to keep in mind that we don't reduce it down to a 2 when we do our calculations. But an 11, when it is reduced to a 2, means that you're not taking advantage of the downloads or the inspiration that you're getting from Source, God, the higher power. It doesn't matter what religion you are. If you're listening within, you are getting those downloads. And to just follow them through. So again, artistry, imagination, people with ideas, Tesla, Einstein, these are people that bring their ideas onto the planet. Whether or not they had 11s in their chart, don't know. I haven't done their charts, but that kind of energy. Let me see, what else can I think of? So let's go to 22. 22 is, again, the master number of laying foundations, but they're foundations that when you pass from this world, you will leave a legacy behind. So institutions, policies, people who were famous for movie star Mabel Normand, she was a 22. She was one of the very first directors, the first Pie in the Face, the Girl on the Tracks. She was a pioneer in the silent film industry. Let's see, I'm trying to think of who else. I don't want to get into royalty, but there are some royals out there that have 22s. I know that Bill Clinton also had a 22. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've done these calculations. Again, you're more than welcome to take people's birthdays and go figure it out for yourself, because what I'm going to do right now is show you the recipe before I talk about the 33. So this is what you can use for yourself in order to create the universal year. So you're going to take 2026. You can use any year, but this is the year we're using right now in order to get the universal year. So you're going to add up the 2, the 0, the 2, and the 6. Okay, that's going to give you a 10, which is going to be reduced down to 1. We're just going to get rid of that 0. So that's the recipe right there. 1 universal year. Birthday of the person. This is a hypothetical birthday. March 3rd, 1965. And because March is the 3rd month in the year, so 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 5. Added up, it becomes a 27. The 2 and the 7 become a 9. Now this is a destiny number. We're not going to use it. Save it for a rainy day later on down the line in another series, okay? But at least you know how to do it now. What we're trying to get is the personal year. So March 3rd, bring down that 2026, get rid of the 1965, replace it, and we have then the third month, third day, 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 equals 16. Add those two up. Bring it down to its lowest common denominator, which is a 7. We're not working with the 7. This is just, again, to show you how to get the numbers so that you can actually become involved and find out what personal year you're in. We're going to be doing 11, 22, and 33. I'm going to put this away. I'm also going to talk about readings. I am an empath. I am intuitive. I have a whole host of other tools at my disposal over the past 35 plus years. This includes, of course, numerology, which is what we're doing right now. Also intuitive channeling, past lives, those that have passed on. And again, I mentioned empath, so I'm able to read the issues within the cellular structure of the body, which can present themselves as pain. It is the issues, emotional issues inherent within. So this here is the PayPal QR code, and also if you want a reading with me, go take a look in the description part of the YouTube channel, and there will be listed the links to 2 different types of PayPal and my email to contact me for a face-to-face reading, meaning that will be through Zoom. I don't do distance readings. It doesn't work for me. I have to be connected to your energy. It's just how I've always done it, 35 years plus, even longer. So I'm going to explain 33. 33 master number is the highest form of nurturing and healing that one can be. I have one friend who has this number. They work very hard. They are a person that does the healing arts, meaning forms of Reiki, forms of massage, and also hypnosis. They care very much about how people can help to heal themselves, and it is through understanding your body with energy and with sound. Also, other 33s are people who volunteer at hospitals, people who, going abroad and doing a project totally through volunteer, or you are a person that gives of your time and your money to a great cause, or you're raising money for a great cause. You'll be known far beyond the time that you're here on the planet. So basically, I don't want to say martyr, but somebody who is willing to give up any material connections to the externalized world to help those in need, whether it be children, family, whether it be their community, whether it go beyond and be a country. So these people are not people who end up becoming famous, not in a respect of a 22 or an 11. They're people who kind of are behind the scenes. Some of them, yeah, maybe they're famous, but they're not famous with ego. They're famous, or they become well renowned because of the work that they do. I'm also going to take a look at the dark side of some of the master numbers. So we're going to look at 11 and 22, which 11, 1 and 1 can be reduced to a 2, and 22, which is reduced to a 4. These are the only 2 master numbers that one can kind of go backwards on. And let me just say this, I had a past life where, let's say I was a 22 life path, and they put me back on the scale. So going from a 22 destiny life path to an 8. My last name is a 22. It's my family name. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I still have the essence of that. So let's say that I'm dealing with control and power. the proper use of it, the learning of ego, the learning of how to let go control in order to gain control, which isn't actually a form of control. It's building foundations on a very high level to help many people. You can have groups of people that you work with to create something. Maybe you're planting trees. Maybe you're creating a small village that's off-grid. I don't know. There are many ways of looking at these numbers. 11s, if it goes sour, it's a person who's very self-centered. People who are, they're famous, but they're more self-oriented. So they're in need of the attention of others. I'm not saying all people who are famous have this, but quite a few people who have 11s do need to learn the lesson of humility. 22s need to let go ego and control, power over. 33s, you can't reduce. Though over service, over giving, being taxed, not claiming enough self-healing for the self at the beginning stages, but they end up getting the equation later on in life. 11s, 22s, and 33s can be reclusive if they don't have support. We are on our own journey. It is a choice that we choose to either go to the higher vibration of a number or live at a lower vibration of a number. This goes for all other numbers. I'm going to get more into it in another series. I just wanted to do kind of a general outline. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to get into the 11 as a first reading. I think I've explained enough. This is the only part in which I just wanted to get a little bit more into why the master numbers are different from the other three echelons. The fourth echelon is complete service to others. And if one isn't doing it, they've fallen back into a 2, a 4, or a 6. Again, with the 33, it doesn't happen as often, but definitely with the 11 and the 22. And trust me, I know I've been there because I have 11s and 22s in my chart. Not as a destiny, but they're there in different aspects. Again, another video in a different way to explain how one can work that out in a chart. I have a card that's popped out now. What I find ironic, and I'm doing the universal year 1, personal year 11. I've got a 33 that's popped out of the deck. So this year, you 11s, you 111s, are producing something new in the earth. You have sparkling ideas, you're birthing something new. So it's the mother stone cracked open, having babies. So look at it from the vantage point as these are all your project babies or project ideas, maybe working with children. You could be helping a community, again, 3 and 3. Added up becomes 6, so it's about community. It could also be healing. Maybe you're growing herbs. Maybe you are in the pharmaceutical industry and you're just about to break into some form of discovery. I'm not a chemist, so I can't say what chemical structures you're working with, but let's just say you know what you're doing. You're getting the downloads and you're going at it and doing scientific research. This could also be, again, somebody who is going to look far and wide beyond what we know as the boundary of our world. It could be somebody who's an astronomer, somebody who could be working with one of the space agencies. Maybe you're discovering new planets, new galaxies, new black holes. It is a time of exponentially high energy, great ideas, and the energy within which using your will to get a patent for an invention, these kind of things. It's one of those years where sparkling ideas come to the forefront. So I'm highly suggesting to take those ideas and manifest them on the planet. So again, we have this card. Let's see if it adds up in somewhere in the chart or in, as we say, the hand that I have before me. Not the chart, but the hand that I have before me. I'm so used to saying chart because I do a lot of charts. Okay, here we have somebody who's traveling. That's popped out of the deck. So Not only do you have great ideas, you could be traveling with your ideas, meaning taking it abroad, going somewhere else, instituting something somewhere else. The 3 is a form of harvest. 2 is relationships. You're leaving home, you're going abroad, you're taking yourself and you're leaving where it is and what you know. You've got the freedom to do it. Maybe you've got a new contract with a company. Maybe it's a contract to do some form of research, clandestine or known public. Let's see what happens. Okay, so interesting cards that are coming up. So universal year 1, personal year 11, please. I also ask that Source, God, present, Archangel Michael, and all the angelic realm, as well the ascended masters, the guides, those that have passed on, our spirit animals, and our ancestors, all those that wish to be present, highest of the high, the most beloved, all that is dark and ungrounded cannot enter. Thank you. All right, and here right off the bat for you 11s, we've got abundance. 2 and 9 add up to an 11, sparkling ideas. You have within you downloads, ideas, pockets of information, understandings, knowings. And here we have the externalized world is asking you to express them. I'm just writhing in energy right now. It's a definite yes for you 11s. Go for it. Don't be afraid to express yourself. Maybe someone is asking you to speak because 1 and 6, if you add them up, becomes a 7, which is speaking, singing. So maybe you are expressing a song that's about a channeled melody or harmony or words that you've gotten from Source, and you're going to be expressing that song. Anyway, you're being asked to speak. People are going to be listening. There's an audience, and you have ideas to give. This is fabulous for you 11s. Universal 1 year, 11 personal year. Exciting, exciting. Let's see what else is going to be popping up for you. So I've just cut the deck 2 times to the left. We've got bright light. And so I'm cutting the first hand here. Well, definitely success. Got some great cards on the table here. I'm not going to read the whole of it until I have 4 layers. I'm working on the 2nd layer now. So some of the cards are twisted because of the way that I shuffled. And that's okay because we read them upright. Okay, what we have here is depth, inward understanding, emotional, spiritual. You're also searching inwardly. You're asking questions of your inner self, your deeper self, your soul self. A lot of meditation going on. It's a new beginning. It's something you've never done before. Remember, we're in a 1 universal year. And as an 11, you're exploring your spirituality. You're exploring other dimensions, light, healing modalities. But we're really going into a place in which the downloads are going to be coming out and supplanted upon the earth in some way, shape, and form. So you are searching deeply to have more understanding about these sparkling ideas, this connection to God's source. All right, so here's a stone in front of a larger stone, and there's a small stone in behind it. So you want to remove that larger stone to get at the light and this idea in behind it, okay, to remove that stone depth. Also here we have a 22. So let's just say the externalized world is asking you to present your skills, to create a new foundation, to take the depth that you have acquired and place it upon or into the world. Okay, so I'm getting, 11s, 33s, 22. So we've got a lot of high numbers, a lot of high vibration. So your skill, the externalized world is asking you to present your skill, your findings, your understandings. Okay. going to take the cards that are flipped upside, place them back. I am smelling a beautiful perfume. I don't know who it is that's come for a visit, but it's very fresh smelling, like lilies of the valley, like fresh air. When you've left your windows open and before you close them, you kind of smell the atmosphere, and it smells very fresh, like clean, fresh air. So I don't know who this is. Let's see where it goes. Contact me if you want a reading. Thank you. This is the second hand. Remember, I don't read the cards until I've got all 4 layers. So let's work on the 3rd layer. Please expand upon this questioning hand at this present moment in time for Universal Year 1, Personal Year 11. What is there in store? All right, movement within, meaning you're allowing yourself to free yourself of fear so you can move forward. Again, there's also a lot of healing. 2 and 4 add up to a 6. It's direction. Eyes are closed. You're trusting the process. Your connection to God's source, your intuition is helping you get downloads so that you are understanding where it is that you're going right now within the 11 year and also the new beginning of the universal year, the 1. Relationships, new foundations, within community, the direction is true, okay? This is emotional, spiritual. And then, whoop, on the outside, ooh, jumpy energy, interesting. So here we have breakthrough. 7 is ideas, the mind. It's also faith. It's overcoming the fears. It's also writing, singing songs, and speaking engagements. People who do martial arts have 7. People who are very, like Gemini, very, very highly intellectual, fast thinkers, adept thinkers, people who speak well. So the externalized world is going to help you with whatever breakthrough you've gotten from your downloads. Or it could also be that you finally have a breakthrough in the ability to be able to express those downloads, those bright, sparkling ideas at this present moment in time. Okay, you can see the stone is cracked and the person, even though their eyes are closed, the light is shining through. So the externalized world is going to give you answers. It's going to help you. Positive. All right. I've got a lot of jumpy energy in the hands. So 11s are very high energy. So I don't know who I'm feeling. Whew, electric. And light. Okay, and it's about relationships. What aspect of relationships are we looking at? Okay, communication. So this is the 4th overlay, 4th expansion of hand for universal year 1s, personal year 11 or 11s, 111. Expand on the 4th hand, thank you. And the energy is a bit clearer than it was yesterday. Yesterday was heavy. Today is much lighter. Maybe because I'm reading the master numbers, not quite 100% sure of what's going on, but it feels lighter. 3 plus 9 adds up to a 12, which adds up to a 3. So harvests and also creativity. Let's just say emotionally, spiritually, you've come to a place of masterpiece, mastership, the ability to go forth and express, no holds barred. You're free to do that which you must, that ideas, lots of artistic ideas, sparkling ideas. It's time to express. I'm getting a painter painting big canvases. So you could be one of those. No more challenge, it's more easy, it's easier to express, the ideas flow better, okay? Inward, emotional, spiritual. On the outside, you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested to stay focused and fast to your ideas, to your way, your direction, your passion, and the expression of that passion. Okay, the world is going to test you. You're going to feel the fear and do it anyway. You're onto something. You have to do this. You are being asked by Source, asked by God, asked by the angelic realm, asked by the higher ascended masters to go forth and put this on the earth. And let's say the darkness on the outside, the lower vibrational externalized world will try to bring you down. Don't let it. And it can't, because you are at a place of masterpiece. Okay? You are meant to do this. Go forth and be. I'm not Christian, not in that way, but beautiful saying. A lot of light, beautiful, 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 beautiful energy. All right. You're also going to be practicing a very positive diet in which you're eating lighter. Definitely a healthier diet, and one that is geared more toward your body type. Foods that nurture you as opposed to deplete you. So healthier. Again, it doesn't matter what blood type you are. It doesn't matter what culture you come from. The food is just generally cleaner and healthier. Okay? You're going to figure that out. You're going to know best what is meant for you. I'm just saying that you have made the decision to go forth and eat more healthily. So I'm going to start the reading. This is you in the now moment within the 1 universal year, the 11 personal year. Okay, so new beginnings, sparkling ideas. Again, the potential to become famous this year for what it is you do, what you're putting onto the planet. Your ideas coming forth into manifestation on the earth. So, success, ascent, flying high, rising above the rest, feeling amazing. You're at the bank teller is asking you, I mean, you know each other, you've seen the person behind the embankment several times, and they're going, what do you want? And you just say, I'm just high on life. I'm meditating. I have raised my energy. Maybe you don't say anything else. Maybe you just say, hey, you know, wouldn't you like to know? But it's not a drug. It's you. And also we have hard work. So you've worked hard for this success. All right. It could be in relationships. It could be in relationship to a community. It could be in relation to other people. It could be just relationships in general. You've worked hard to learn, to understand. Now 11 is reduced to a 2, which is all about relationships. So also a sense of belonging. Now, because it's the highest number in this particular spread, it's a positive. So you have found success, hard work, sharing, belonging. Okay, basically what do these cards project? 3, okay, harvest, 2 and 3, 5, change, relationships, 2, and 3 and 4, 7. So you are at a place of being able to, in that place of masterpiece, go forth and give of what it is that you've learned. And you're also going to meet people who are like-minded. You've worked really hard for this. Congratulations, you've won the day. Again, if the number is at the highest, it's a positive. This is a yes. There is no negativity attached to it whatsoever. You've done the work. Congratulations. So, yeah, kudos to you. Okay, beautiful. I'm going to go to the externalized world and how it impacts you, or what it is going to represent to you, or what is it going to give to you. So we have a new beginning. So here's order. This could be connected to the Fool card in the tarot deck. 1, new beginning, 1 universal year, personal year 11. You get new ducks in a row. All right, you're seeing far into the distance. You know where you're going. In this particular instance, you've been given that information, or the externalized world, the world around you, is giving you an opportunity to be able to create that. All right? So here are those sparkling ideas, or you're going to be able to get ideas, or you're going to be inspired by the externalized world in some way, shape, and form. Again, the external, I think this card came up earlier. It's going to give you the ability to either to communicate it, or it's going to be communicated to you. So again, an understanding and a knowing of what it is to be overworked or underworked. The person who is a victim or the abuser. It could be that you are learning a place where in which to come to neutral. Don't allow yourself to partake of drama. You've already learned this lesson, or this lesson will be presented to you. It's a new beginning of being able to present your ideas in a balanced way. It's a 9, it's completion. Now, it's not the highest card in the deck, but it's pretty positive. So there's a little bit of learning here, but not much. New beginning, origin, sparkling ideas, okay, new ways of expressing yourself materialistically in the world, and or projects. Okay, influence, somebody helping you out or inspiring you in a balanced way. So please make sure that you're not being lorded over, or that the best way to represent it. In relationships, don't have fear, okay? And that. Or people who are like that to you, cut it, all right? That's the best way that I can represent it. We have here, again, the past. Things that you have dealt with that are out of the way, you no longer need anymore. You've dealt with it, you've come to a place with it. Though some of that energy might still be with you, you've learned from it, okay? Impression 31. So either something has made an impression upon you, or you have made an impression upon others. In this particular respect, this is karmic. 13 is the card of karma in this deck. It's a great card for learning. It's a great card for learning foundation of cleaning up the past. So clean up on aisle 5. What in the past have you brought with you that no longer serves in the future? I like this card. It's a very hard card. But sometimes we get what I call the 13-4. So 1 and 3 add up to a 4. So here we have new beginnings, because 3 and 7 add up to a 10, which become a 1, new beginnings and foundations of impressions, and then taking inventory for what has come to pass. Okay, movement, confrontation. So you've done the work. You've really done the work when it comes to how and what impressions are. They can be sometimes damaging, meaning how you impress yourself upon others, or people impress themselves upon you. There is a movement of confrontation with this issue. It's in your past, okay? Not a negative. You learned it. So inwardly, okay, this is your emotional, spiritual self. Contrast, 17, freedom, communication, direction. From a place of learning where you've overtaxed your emotions, overtaxed your energy. This is a tough one, actually. Let me see. Hold on a second here. It comes to an 8. So expressing too much energy to those that don't understand you. So it's emotional. There might be an immature person who does not understand you. So don't go off, and someone could be putting the pressure on you. You could be putting the pressure on another to hear you, to see you when they don't have the experience to do so, okay? You want your freedom from this situation, or let's say the person wants freedom from a situation with you. You're going to be communicating that emotionally, and then the direction will be given to you from source as to how to break free. And again, it's an 11, okay? Going to give you the way out of the situation. So it's effort, but it's also a positive understanding of where you need to go and how to do it. So 3 and 8 are 11/2. We're not going to reduce it. We're just going to keep it at the 11. So contrast, freedom, connection, effort. So direction, true. Okay? Beautiful. Nothing negative here, just a lot of learning. The end result, where if you take all of this and apply it, where you will be in the near future. So here we have power, 3 and 6 add up to a 9. 3 is the first harvest, 6 is the second harvest, 9 is the third harvest. You have learned a lesson about power. Or ego. It could be misuse of power. It could be maybe you're not speaking up for yourself and you've learned to stand up for yourself, okay? You're using whatever power you have to express the abundance of ideas, whether it be money, resources, you've got it, it's going to come to you. You're going to use that power responsibly, set up a new policy of some sort. You're going to feel good about yourself, but be careful, make it balanced, and there's going to be a breakthrough. So here we have power, money, skill, breakthrough. All right. Wow. Not a high card. So there's a bit of learning about ego and power going through, but you're going to get it. Okay. Because it's a breakthrough. So it's a little bit longer in the learning, but you're getting there. Remember, 11 could be possible fame. But the dark side is misuse of power. So please, 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 I ask of you balance when using such a high number and such a high energy. Remain humble, stay balanced, and connect with Source. Stay with that connection within so that you can receive your prompts, your intuitive prompts. Stay true to who you are within a situation. And don't allow yourself to go off the handle. Let's just say my personal past life, I did abuse power and I was put back to a lower number in rather than a 4th echelon, I got pushed back to a 3 echelon. I don't mind. I've learned my lesson. Okay, humility is the lesson of the day, and learning balance when using power. It can be given to you again in one lifetime, but I need you, whomever's listening, to find balance and power, expression of it, because you're going to be given a lot of energy this year. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there. I'm also going to bring out the card because we're going to move on to Universal Year 1, Personal Year 22. It's a master number. It's one of the numbers in which you're going to be given a lot of energy. It's higher than 11. It's like 2 times 11 become 22. It can be reduced to a 4 if it's on a lower energy. We can't live at a 22 every single day. It's too much. So sometimes we come down to a 4. 4 is just hard work, building foundation. It's creating a new way of living from, let's say, having a lot of freedom, a little bit of restriction, but a lot of discipline. A lot of people in the military are 4s. 22s, they're commanders. Okay, we're getting into people who are leadership, rulership, princes, kings, caliphs, people who are at a very high level of commandeering either a land or a military. 22 could also you could be a director of a film, you could be a CEO of a company, okay? That you have that energy available to you to use this particular year, brand new beginning for you, in learning about power, in learning how to become a leader and how to disseminate that power and build new foundations. It could be a policy, you might be getting those medals, you might be escalating to going from just a lower rank to a higher rank. Maybe you've got a promotion in government and you've gone to being just in, but I'm not so great with politics and understanding all of that stuff, but just you've gotten maybe voted into a seat and you've got more power to use at your disposal to help maybe some of your dreams of doing things differently and changing the way things are done within your political realm, okay? These are some of the things that 22 would do. So universal year is 2026. Why this year? It's because that's the year that we're working with. So you can use any year, but 2026 is what we're using. So 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 adds up to a 10. And then you take the 0 away, it adds up then just lowest common denominator as a 1 universal year. Birthday of person, hypothetical, March 3rd, 1965. All right, sorry, oops, don't have it balanced there. So March is the 3rd month, plus 3 the day, 1965, add up to 27, reduced 2 to 7, add those two up, become a 9, that is the lowest common denominator, destiny 9. All right, we're not using the destiny, save that for a rainy day. I will be doing other videos on the destiny. So what we want is the personal year. So we're going to take the 1965 and get rid of it. I'm going to bring down the 2026. So March the 3rd, 2026, 3rd month, 3rd day, plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 adds up to a 16. 1 and 6 are 7. That's the lowest common denominator. In this particular instant, this person's personal year is a 7. We're not using a 7. We're going for the 22. So universal year 1, personal year 22, 122 or 122s. So, I'm also going to just promote myself just a little bit here. This is the Patreon QR code. I'm not very tech-minded. This is as complicated as it gets for now. Later, I'm going to have the link tree and the calendar and possibly a website. So what you can do is use this for payment, and then in the description, you're going to find my email. And if you want a reading, that's how you set it up. Okay, just really simple, straightforward, old world. I'm just shuffling the cards. This is for universal year 1, personal year 22. Let's see what's in store for all of you 22s. Oh, interesting. So you're not supposed to know emotionally, spiritually where you're going right now. 1 being self, 2 being relationships. Add those 2 up, it becomes 3. First of the harvest, hazard, it's not hazardous, but it's a hazard to try to understand more than what you're being given at this time, okay? 22 also reduced is limitation, meaning you're not being given the understanding just yet. Remember, this is a peripheral, okay? It's emotional and spiritual. You're not supposed to know the answer. The externalized world from you and where you're going and what you're doing is at a distance from you. You're not relating to it. It's not relating to you. And you know what? That's fine. That's great. You don't always have to relate to the externalized world, okay? It's a lower energy anyway, so don't worry about it. Let's see what's happening for the 22s. So expansion of cutting of the deck off to the left. Okay, going in this direction. Somebody is feeling dizzy. I don't know who it is. Energy's gone a little bit higher here. I'm not going to read the cards until the end. I'm really high energy right now. So you might feel a little bit off kilter, maybe off balance. And if you feel that, and if you need a reading and to unpack that, let me know. You know where to find me now. Oh, 22. Okay, there's your card. It is ego. It is confidence. It is also feeling great, feeling really high, not as in the droog, as in just a lot of energy coming through. But just be careful that it's balanced, please. Okay? So this is a skill. This is you feeling on top of, cloud 9. You've attained something. You're using your skill. It could be also power. You've gotten into a position. You are bombing along with a policy. Again, I am seeing somebody on an aircraft carrier. Again, it's harkening back to the 4. Could be that they got a promotion and they're a commander now, or maybe they're a captain. Could be a pilot that's, upgraded. Very interesting, very interesting. Also, I've got a twirling stomach, so somebody's stomach is upset. Whew. So the stomach area, or the second chakra, second to third actually, is control. So the need to let go control in order to let things flow, to let things happen, is a big lesson of the 22. I've had that, trust me, I know what it's like. Not easy, not comfortable. I wore yellow for a very long time. Yellow is the color of the third chakra, and it is about knowledge and wisdom. And sometimes when we try to control the outcome of something, or whatever it is we're doing, or just thinking a lot, trying to direct wherever it is that we're going, we will get a very churning stomach. I would make a suggestion for you to find a way to relax your body through meditation, or lying down, or if you need exercise, you've been too sedentary, please by all means go and exercise. It is the best way to release that kind of energy. Also, stop thinking. Find a way to do something where you're not thinking so much, or take meditation classes, okay? The 22 is a very high number, has very high ideas coming through, and it's a card of manifestation within the earth. It is also a person who commands presence, a person who has a lot of people under them. Maybe they're a military commander. So you need to be aligned with your sense of self, not your ego, not your mind, but your inner self. To be able to do your expression of self in a way that won't harm anyone and or put upon someone. So it's not power over. It's a neutral place in which you can see what is needed by the people that you're working with. All right. It's not something where you command someone to do this or dictate. Okay. Dictatorship is not part of the 20. That would be a lower form. That is somebody who is insecure and wants to have power over because they don't feel that they are in control of themselves, or something happened in their childhood and they want to control a situation. I would suggest having a look inward, do some inner child work or some shadow work if that's the case. Okay, so let's unpack the second overlay. I think I might be taking a little bit more time with you master numbers, because they're just such unique numbers. If those that have come here are being given an opportunity to express all that they've learned from previous experience, both from past lives and the current lifetime. So you're being given this opportunity as a gift. Please don't do what I did in a previous lifetime and abuse it, okay? It will come back to haunt you, your dharma. Just letting you know. I'm not saying any of you are doing that, but it's something to keep in mind, okay? So here we have relationships and the balance within relationships. So you're thinking about a relationship to others. Maybe you're working in a field in which you're a diplomat, okay? Or you're somebody that has to work between two. You're running between, say, I'm not very good with politics. So let's say the House, and then you have other senators. I don't know how it works, but two different forms of government, and you're the diplomat. Maybe you're a diplomat in another country. So you've got to keep the peace. You've got to keep the balance. So again, people with 22s tend to be leaders and or people in high-powered positions. So you are definitely somebody either who has learned how to work within relationship with others, or you are a person who has to be a diplomat within a difficult situation and listen to both parties in order to, let's say, make peace, or you are, again, an individual who is a psychologist, a therapist, a social worker, and you're being put into a situation where you've got to hear two different parties, okay? Also, the externalized world is asking you to help the world create balance at this time. Again, high-powered position, you need to bring balance to the externalized world, and the externalized world is asking you to bring balance to it. How would you do that? I can't give you that answer. You're going to know. You're the one who's getting the downloads. But that's basically Peace, peace, okay? Learning to be circumspect when speaking with others, and those speaking to you, you're going to be doing it peacefully with respect to whomever it is that you're working with, okay? It's part of the lesson. It's also part of what your experience is going to be. Oops, I've just taken the last card. I don't want it. A lot of energy. Whew. It's, you 22s are high up there. Please expand upon this questioning hand. Okay. Again, secret, success. Don't hold any secrets. Don't make life difficult for yourself. It's best to let it go. But there is success here for you. The externalized world is going to help you become successful. Oh, that's an interesting card. All right. Could be a famous person who doesn't want to reveal something about themselves. It could be diplomat, it could be commander, could be a political person. All right. Also have a little bit of pain in the throat, like somebody wants to have a good cry, or they're not able to express something to someone within their life, or it could be to someone in the workplace. It could be that they are not able to unpack or express something to someone, so they're keeping that under control. I suggest you do your very best to take some time for yourself to express that energy. It could be anger even, okay? All right. Please expand upon this questioning hand for universal year 1s, personal year 22s. Third expansion, please, and thank you. There's very few cards here to work with, so they kind of slide around, and they're big too. Oh. All right, there is some karma within, meaning past issues that need to be taken a look at within the situation of the 22 year. Not a negative, just take inventory. What that is having a nice long look at yourself, doing some shadow work, inner child work. The externalized world is going to ask you to look at yourself. So someone here is going to be asked to go deeper. Let's say, whoop, it's a lot of jumpy energy. It's going to poke you in the ribs, prod you to go inward, to do some self-realization. All right? I don't know who it is, but somebody who's got a 22 vibrational personal year. That's what happens. 22s can be very high, or they can go to needing, it's kind of a control. The externalized world controls or pushes you, limitation, discipline to go inward so that you can attain that height, but you've got to go inward and have a good, nice, long look at the past or issues that are coming up so that you can release them. There's a lot of light around that. Again, the relationship comes up in the future, so it's quite interesting. I won't read it until the very end. Who has the headache here? Also, I'm getting a little bit of hip and back pain, so somebody is experiencing that. If you want a reading, I can help get into the issues within that pain. This is the QR code right over here. Remember, I'm not very fancy schmancy, tech-minded, so PayPal, and then you'll find the email in the description on the YouTube channel, which is just as you go to the channel, when there's information and there'll be links, it'll say more, and you'll find it there. And somebody here is either Irish, because my Irish guide Claire is coming through. So if I start speaking with a bit of an Irish accent, you'll know why. She likes you. So she's present. I deal a lot with guides that come through and ascended masters in the angelic realm. All right, here we have confrontation again of issues, internal, emotional, spiritual. This is like a hardship, so you have no choice but to do the work. So the 22 years pushing you to go in. Again, taking some inward time to do some inner evaluation. again, the externalized world is going to help you learn more of, it could be that you're learning from somebody who is a 22 that teaches meditation or teaches martial arts, and they're teaching you how to become more disciplined in learning meditation. It could be telekinesis, it could be tarot, some form of an ability to go within, do some inner healing work. 1, self. 5 is change, inner healing. It's a teen number of going in and doing some healing work. So either somebody is doing Reiki with you, sound work, energy work. Again, you could be learning Kung Fu, Tai Chi, one of the disciplines of martial arts, to come into a place of confrontation within through these methodologies, these tools. It's positive, it's not negative. It might not look so hot, but remember, in a 22 year, you can't go to the higher unless you take a look at the lower within, okay? That's how it works. So if you need to go backward to go forward, then that's what you do. For some, not all. Remember, it's either the lower 4 or the higher 22. Reward or hard work in order to get to that higher place. You've got to work for it. Not all, but for some. I'm getting somebody who is in the past who had abused their power, and now they're having to take inventory. Could be a narcissist, could be a psychopath, could be they're cleaning up. It could be a person who life has restricted them from continuing to do the harm that they've done. It's karma for them. And they're coming into a place of reconciliation of self. It's beautiful. It's not negative. And they are rising above the lower vibration that they used to live at. So addictions, it could be alcoholism. It could have been a form, like maybe they were abusive and now they're getting that therapy, or they're doing personal inventory. Maybe they're doing their shadow work. Maybe they've learned how. And they're just coming to terms with how that they've behaved in either this life or in a past life. They could be doing some past life therapy, quantum healing, past life regression, hypnosis, these kind of things. Okay? 22s usually are years where I remember in my 22 years, I went to see a native energy worker, and this person was of native descent. I don't want to say their name here, and we did what we call the Rainbow Bridge. I had a lot of screaming. I let a lot of crap. It was the best year of my life. I paid through the nose for this beautiful ability to go in and clean up, but it was worth it. And again, I did it in a 22 year. And I found that person after I I rolled up the windows and screamed in my car, and I said, I need help. And that person I met at a psychic fair, and this is what they did, was to help people let go old, darker, more lower vibrational issues from their bodies. And it was able to be done. Again, I can't reveal the technique and I can't reveal the person who did it, but it helped me. Okay? So I'm just going to shuffle one more time. Again, I'm taking my time with the master number personal years within the universal year 1. Remember, it's a new beginning coming into this energy. Oh, I just need the expansion of hand. I am like flying high right now. Gotta stay grounded, guys, because I feel like I'm floating off the planet. All right, it's saying here that you come to a place of healing, and 3 and 8 add up to an 11/2. Again, you've understood relationships, you've understood the sparkling ideas, it's high number, you've broken 3, direction true, you've understood your emotions, you've understood the connection between you and source. The externalized world is asking you to communicate this to others. So you're being inspired by someone else to get her done. Go and make all that you've learned, take all that you've learned and start to express it. Okay? So you're being inspired by someone through the work that you're doing through this healing work. It's positive. You have a guru, a teacher, a priest, somebody who's helping you out. Again, a lot of light, a lot of light, a lot of release physically too. So if you're sweating, releasing through water and or you can burp, pass wind, these kind of things. These are forms of releasing of old energy. People don't usually talk about this stuff, but this is the way when you do cleansing, healing, vibrational, light work, sound work. That's how you do it, okay? So, this is a lot about relationships, looks like. Okay, what? Beautiful. All right. So, for you universal ones, 22 personal years, belonging, direction, success, thinking. You're trying to find your place in the world. Okay, who am I? Where am I going? What am I doing? But at the same time, you've longed to do something, either to change the world or to bring your ideas forth, or you want to change something in the world that isn't working. You're an inventor. You want to change policy. Maybe it's an institution. I'm just giving examples. You want to shift something that isn't working in the externalized world from your own inspiration. So you also want to be successful. And you're thinking of ways in which you can do it. This is where you're at right now. This is what the 22 year has brought you to. It's pushed you to a higher level of energy, and that downloaded energy is inspiring you, again, to take it to the next level. All right? So complement, belonging, direction, success, thinking in some way, shape, and form. So this is relationships, education, social structure. All right. It's a lower number, so we're still working on it. And the 34 is at the bottom. So just letting you know that this is a work in progress. And here we have the externalized world and how it affects you. So impression, maybe wasting time, energy. Interesting. And here we have the 27. Again, that card is always an enigma. It can mean many, many things, but let's just say its goal is to become the neutral zone, the person who is detached, but you have also learned that you no longer want to be prevented from being who you are, nor are you preventing others from being who they are, or the victim abuser, or overworked, underworked. Again, find the middle ground. So breakthrough. So here we have impression, compensation of energies, contrast, task, breakthrough. Where to attach this? Very interesting. So externalized world is teaching you. It's impressing upon you to not waste time, to find that balance, and it will become a breakthrough for you. So it's inspiring you to do this. So some externalized form is helping you come to terms with an old habit. Okay? It's positive. It's not negative. You might be resistant to it. Don't be. Allow it to unfold, okay? It's going to take you places. This is important learning that's going on here. We have in your past what you've learned, what you're bringing with you in terms of what you've resolved. Or maybe you haven't resolved it and it's continuing, but for the most part, it's what we've learned or created. So here we have abundance, 2 and 9 add up to 11. So relationships plus completion, sparkling ideas. It can be reduced to a 2 if there's dependencies like addictions. So abundance, many ideas, money, materialism, the ability to create manifestation. Again, another card for a very similar connection to this card, which is composure, getting your ducks in a row, the ability to be able to earn money to do something in the world. You are putting everything into place either for business or for policy. heat, self-realization, getting things ready within to put forth your ideas on the earth. It's a 33. So it's a yes, it's a positive. You've done the work. Let's just say abundance, composure, realization, origin. You know who you are and what you want to do in the world, and you're getting on with it. Okay? Congratulations. Well done. Also getting some pain in the heart, the fourth chakra, heart area between the two breasts. So do yourself a favor and do some inner child healing work. Wear the color green for 40 days. Again, inner child work, shadow work is very important. Concentrating gemstones that are green or pink at the heart, aventurine, quartz crystal. Yeah. Go look up gemstones that are connected to the heart chakra. Again, pink and green are colors that you can wear on your body for 40 days to change a bad habit or dark habit into movement, light, and release. All right. So inwardly, emotionally, again, your universal year 1s, new beginning, and then personal year 22s, movement, emotionally, spiritually, stencil, which becomes transformation. So you've gone through a bit of a rough spot with your emotions, but they're moving. Masterpiece, you have got the insight you need in order to make this year successful for yourself. So let's do it again. 25, adds up to a 7. So you've overcome fears within relationships, and you're moving forward in freedom. There you go. Close your eyes. You're being given where to go, how to do it. Trust the information that's coming to you intuitionally. Transformation, it's positive. It's not negative at all. You've understood. It's not a wall anymore. It's what you've come from and understanding what's limited you. You're moving beyond it. Masterpiece, moving mountains with your beautiful spiritual insight. Congratulations. There is some learning still going on. Remember, it's not the highest card, but it's a very positive card. So insight into this currently, emotional and spiritual. In the end, if you've done all of this work, where you're headed or what is in store for you in the near future. Existence, balance within relationships, depth. Again, the diplomat has learned their lesson it's your job to be a go-between with balance and give depth within a situation between two parties. Someone here is a diplomat, or someone works within social work and or therapy, and or they are in HR. You're being given a greater position because you've earned it, because you've done the work. You could finish school. You might have a position as a therapist. You've got all your letters behind your name, or you've done spiritual work, and let's just say if you're a shiatsu massage therapist, or again, you've got the letters, you've got the acumen, you're ready to go, and this is what you get to do. So existence, who you are, what you're putting into the world, how you do it, financially giving back to you, balance, relationship sharing, depth. This is where you're headed. Congratulations. It's not the highest card. You're still in learning mode, but you're on your way. Okay? So that is the universal ones and the 22 personal year. Okay? Congratulations. Awesome. Well done. You're on your way. I am going to bring out the card that gives you what to do in order to make the calculations. Okay, we are now starting the universal year 1s, personal year 33s, and we're really going to go high with the energy now. I have only one friend who's a 33, so let me just say that I'm going to use their experience as a foundation for the explanation. So we're going to take universal year 2026. Mind you, you can use any year for this particular equation, but we're using it for what we're doing today as 2026 this year. Add the 2, the 0, the 2, the 6 adds up to a 10. Take the 0 away, it becomes a 1. All right, that is your 1 universal year. then the birthday of the person in question that you would like to know about the energy for, that we're going to be working with today, the 33. So I have a hypothetical birthday, March the 3rd, 1965. It's the third month in the year. 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 5 adds up to a 27-9. It is a destiny 9 for this hypothetical birthday, but we're not going to use it today. Keep it in your back pocket. There will be other videos. What we want is the personal year. And how do we get the personal year? We eliminate the 1965 and we bring down the 2026 and replace it. So again, March 3rd, 332026, and it becomes a 16. 1 and 6 adds up to a 7, and that is your personal. Now, we're not using the 7 year, we're using a 33, okay? So you're going to know when you add up your numbers, if you get to a 33, you don't reduce it, okay? A 33 can become a 6. Again, we have the 11s get the 2s, the 22s get the 4s, and the 33s get the 6s, which is the first 3 echelons, the self, the other, and then those that are giving higher service to others, and the master numbers are you're doing God's work at this point, okay? Also, I am an empath, channeler, intuitive, been doing this work for 35 plus years professionally. Also do past lives research, and those that have passed on, I'm able to contact and help you connect with them. So this is the QR code for the Patreon, and you can find my email within the description. That's on the YouTube channel if you would like to contact me for a reading. I am not very tech-minded. I'm low-tech. So at least for now, until I get used to doing all of this YouTube stuff. So I'm going to now, Universal Year 1's 33s, Personal Year 33. I'm going to call you 133s. I'm going to do your reading for you. This is taking longer than normal because you guys have a lot of energy, and it's a little bit different than the other 3 echelons. This is the 4th echelon. And why do I call them that? Because it was given to me as an understanding that 1 to 3 is self, meaning manifestation of self. 4 to 7 is other. In other words, we're learning to help other people. And then when you have 7, 8, and 9, sorry, that's 4 to 6? 4, 5, 6, yeah. Okay, 7, 8, and 9 are those that are exploring a larger world, otherworldly, around the world, people who travel, people who express, writers, mountain climbers, and people who give service on a very high Christ. 9 is the Christ conscious number. So doing work in which we are not stuck into a normal everyday 9 to 5 life. People are out there doing work where they don't ask for anything back. But the 11s, the 22s, and 33s are here to change the world. So we're working with personal years, so you get a year in which you can express this energy. And anyone, and I mean anyone, can have a personal year that is either an 11, a 22, or a 33. So you get an opportunity to dive into the high energy of any of these 3 numbers. So now we're working with 33. Let's do the reading for the personal year 33 in a universal year 1. You got jumpy energy. Whoa. Okay, a need for grounding. One universal year, 33 personal year, please. Thank you. Reading 4. Let this pass a moment in time. Thank you. Somebody likes to roll the dice. I don't know who it is, but somebody goes to casinos and gambles. I'm just saying, you're very lucky. Maybe you win the lottery. You win easily, or you manifest easily. Somebody out there, it feels like a male individual with dark hair. They smile a lot. They have a very charismatic personality. Maybe they give their money to charity. So I'm just seeing this person, their life is a win-win situation. So moving mountains, 39, mastership, masterpiece, the ability to, you've done the work, okay? Emotionally, spiritually, you've done the work. You 33, whoever you are. Outwardly, the world is holding a secret that you want to know about. Whether or not you get to understand that secret is something different. Let's see how this pans out, comes into play. Also could be you not fitting into the rest of the world around you, or the rest of the world doesn't accept you because you're so different from it. You don't fit into the box. Okay? Other people don't relate to you very easily. Somebody here is interested in off-world alien beings. They could be doing research, kind of like Whitley Strieber. Anybody who's doing work that's outside of the box. The rest of the world's not going to understand you easily, but that's not a limitation. That just says you don't fit in, and that's just fine. So 1 is self, 8 is power. Worldliness, so leadership, worldliness, 9, completion. Also, the number 9 is Christ consciousness. So you're doing this for other people. All right. Jumpy, jumpy. A lot of energy. Somebody has arthritis around here. I don't know who it is, but if you want to get in touch, I can unpack that for you. The joints. Somebody's working too hard. Really hard, not getting enough rest. A lot of light within. The body can shake with energy if there's too much of it in there. Somebody's Kundalini is rising. Make sure you have a lot of rest right now so that you can balance the energy. It's when you sleep, your body aligns itself to the higher vibration. Sleep and rest recalibrate, it resets. It's very important right now for those who are in the 33 vibrational year, personal year 33, in new beginning, meaning you're learning about this energy, to rest as much as you can, please. Okay? You're being taken to a higher vibrational place. You've never been here before. And it might give you dizziness. It might give you shaking in the body, sweating, expressing old energy to eliminate from the body so that the new energy can be clear. A form of detoxification, fasting, new energy coming in. Very hard for me to explain it, but you'll know, you'll sense it, you'll connect with it. And again, if you want to contact me, I will help you through it as much as I can. Again, somebody's feeling arthritis. I don't know who it is, but we'll be able to work with the issues within the joints and the muscles. All right, I'm going to cut 2 times to let. Maybe I should just shuffle one more time. Again, this is taking a bit longer than most of the readings. Wow, the energy is really ascended very high. I'm a lower energy, so I'm holding on for dear life here. I feel like I'm going to float off like a balloon. It's not easy with these energies. Grounding it is key. Take your shoes off, go run around in the grass, go do dishes, take a drive, mind you. No alcohol, no drugs, no substance abuse at all in any way, shape, or form. Try to clean your body as much as you can, especially when you have such a high number in a personal year. It might be advisable to clean your body out. Otherwise, you take it to, it could be ill health. It's the 6 on the lower octave. It's not often that the 33 goes there. They're usually working themselves out of it, coming into the higher octave. Definitely with the 11 and the 22, you can go south. But the other one, 33, which is what we're doing now, not often. As I said, you're usually coming out of it. Or you're getting a taste of it to learn how to come out of it. Okay? It's a year of healing. It's a year of harvest. It's a year of learning what it is like to give service to others without asking for anything back whatsoever. Okay? And I also get a lot of pain in the shoulder blade. Okay, compensation of energies, working too hard, maybe too much emotion expressed, maybe issues. I get a lot of thinking going on here. 1, self, 7, could be fear, not letting go of the mind, not letting it flow. You know, you're in a canoe, there are no paddles, you're in a river, floating on the surface of the river. There is flowers and trees and fauna and flora. Just enjoy the view. You're going to get to your destination. You're going to be fine. Things will work out. Just let go, okay? It could be that you're arguing with someone and you and that person are not relating to each other, or you're holding things back and you're not expressing and you're thinking about the situation. Just know that it'll work itself out in time, okay? Here is somebody who is either experiencing, again, it's possible, a form of abuse, or they're an abuser, or you're working too hard, or you're not working hard enough. The key here within relationships, have faith and find the middle ground. Go inward. This is your task. This is your learning for this year. Do you see how the stone is being balanced by the one in the center? All right. Your load will be lightened if you don't stress so hard. So remain in the neutral zone, okay? Don't partake of all the drama. That's what I'm getting here. It's the first hand. And we're just about to cut it into two and expand upon it. Again, lots of light. I'm getting sparkling sensation within these fingers here. So energy also underneath the breast at the moment. Somebody's going through a massive transition. Good for you. Health and healing, lots of energy, but allow it to flow. Rest. Don't stress. Don't hyperventilate. Don't become anxious. It's just new energy coming. And also getting stiff knees as well, crunching in the knees. I can help you unpack that. Boy, the energy's coming in. Okay, somebody's experience, when they close their eyes, it's just like pure light within. I'm getting white, yellow, and green. So we're working with purity, we're working with knowledge, and we're working with healing abilities. 3 different aspects of this light. Maybe ringing in the ears while this is happening. Being cleansed out, being taken to a higher octave of vibrational energy. You are being given this, you're being given this as a gift. This particular year. A new beginning, a new way of feeling it, something you've never come to or experienced before, or maybe you have, but it's settling in. It's being given to you. So I hope that you allow it to unfold. Okay, positive. Congratulations. I'm feeling, again, a relationship to God, a relationship with yourself, relationship to others. I'm just going to get all the cards on the table before we go full hog. We got some high numbers here. A little bit of challenge. Whoop. Okay, what is the secret? What is the frustration? What is it that you're not saying? Who is it that's not saying it to you? Whom are you having issues with where the two of you are not seeing eye to eye? Okay. It's also a realization. So you know that there's a secret or someone isn't telling you the truth. It's a realization. Please expand upon this questioning hand for universal year 1, personal year 33. Thank you. Okay, self-realization within relationships, okay? This is the lower aspect. This is the higher aspect. It's a more mature number. But we are coming into a place of knowing more about who you are, where you're going, what you're doing, your emotions, how you express yourself, God, the universe, and everything. So it's time for you to take time for yourself. Doesn't matter about anybody else. It doesn't matter about the externalized world, whether you're resting, taking a year off, a sabbatical, abstinence, what, you know, you're doing something for you. So take advantage of it, okay? And there's movement coming from the externalized world that is going to help you do what you need to do. So movement, let's say in previous years, things didn't move forward for you. You were not able to be released to do what you wanted to do. The externalized world is going to give you that opportunity. It's going to support you. Okay? So here we have 2 and 5. So relationships, change, a great deal of knowledge, facts, the ability to move it forward, and or it's as smooth as a melody, okay? It flows, as opposed to being stultified. It could be within a relationship, but it's a relationship to yourself. Usually 33s are, well, we're not dealing with the self anymore, but we're learning within the self for others. It's an upward vibrational newness coming to, allowing it to come into the body so that you can help others in the long run. It's an opening to a higher aspect of self, okay? I'm getting a higher echelon of being. I'm getting a V, like a strike, a V. Energy coming up the body. It's not comfortable because you are upgrading. It's okay. This is part of the process. I'd suggest you get your hands on a book about Kundalini energy and how it rises up the Sushumna from the Ayurveda and the Pingala. It's from India, from those that study Kundalini yoga or the word Kundalini. Go look it up. Somebody is experiencing it, and I would like you to either get a teacher or the tools or a book instruction, because you're going to have to work through aspects of self in order for it to rise equally. Do not be afraid of these things. Go and get the help that you need, the information that you need, the tools that you need spiritually to be able to help this come through the top of your head so that you can have connection with Source and grounding within the earth. Male and female, so females on the left, males on the right. I teach meditation classes, so I'm able to help you get to that place. 15 of them, they will be on Patreon shortly. I'm not there yet. I'm still working on editing the videos, all 15 of them. There are 3 sections: the way within, the connection within, and the ability within. So bear with me. Please continue to watch the channel, and you will see those videos presented on Patreon as a link shortly. Thank you. So coming back to the reading, again, a lot of light. Wow. Whew. I feel like somebody is doing their meditation because they're doing their work, and I can feel the energy of it. Oh. Ooh, also somebody needs some sleep. I'm yawning. No, I'm not tired. Trust me, I got my sleep. But somebody is tired. Again, if you need to sleep, allow yourself to sleep. We are in a place, stage, time, moment, epoch, where the earth is traveling through time and space. The energies are higher, so we're ascending. And you may feel very tired because your energy is also rising. And here we have 2 cards that have popped out. We have, again, the learning of being in balance, to be able to get work done inwardly, emotionally, not flying off the handle or expressing too much either way. Being put upon or putting upon others, we're not doing that. Dramatically, emotionally. And you're trying to find the middle ground, okay? And then we have abundance. This is the energy that's coming to you from Source within. Again, I get the Kundalini coming through in balance, okay? This is definitely being confirmed by the cards that I have in my hand. So this is a very special year for you 33s. You are going to be going through Kundalini rising. I suggest you get some help. Some people do not understand the depth of what is happening, nor do they understand how to work with the energy. So it's best that you can read what's possible on the journey of Kundalini rising, okay? It's an Indian word. Go look it up either at the library, online, punch it up in Google, but I suggest you find somebody who knows how to work with Kundalini energy. Kundalini yoga It's one of the, what I call the yoga that has the way to connect with source, the masculine, the feminine within, in balance. Up the Sushumna, meaning the back of the spine, through the top of the head, and also connecting with the earth. And it's a cycle, the toroidal field, the universal field. Again, I teach this in my meditation classes. If I'm not the one, then there's somebody else out there, wherever you are in the world, that you can go online, find someone local to you, and please get that information so that the energy can travel up in a way that actually serves you. The result of Kundalini energy is a higher state of consciousness and a sense of peace, a form of ecstasy, nirvana, whatever you want to call it. Your problems don't go away, but you're in a place of, in that connection, to get downloads, to be able to deal with the externalized world a little bit easier, because you have clarity of understanding. So it's a place of clarity and understanding, okay? But it's a physical affectation, energetic affectation. You're clearing your, once you've cleared your old issues from the past lives, from this life, from your familiar line, when you've cleared it out of your system, you make way for that energy to rise from the base of the spine through the top of the head. Okay? Please expand upon this questioning hand, overlay number 3. The energy is so high. I'm buzzing right now. You don't need no drugs. You just meditate and let the Kundalini rise and you're flying. I quit the drugs a long time ago, like 40 plus years, in and around there somewhere. Okay, communication from within, from source, angelic realm, guides, ascended masters, those that have passed on, you've got that going. And let's just say the externalized world is saying it's time for you. It's time for you to shine, okay? Heat, self-realization. You're able to come out into the world and express yourself as the world is accepting you and who you are and your gifts. This is amazing. Okay. I'm happy for you. Doesn't happen very often. You have to work for it. But, wow, this is your year. All right, let's see if it comes up in the reading. Lots of light. Lots of light. I'm not going to read the cards until the very end, so be patient. Shuffling again, universal year 1s, personal year 33s. Please expand this questioning hand at this present moment in time. Thank you. I'm doing a traditional style, not the flip of the cards out of the deck. These cards are very old and I have to be very careful with them, so treat them with kid gloves. My favorite deck, so, and not many of them. All right, so here we have balance within, and again, you're going to be dealing with education, social awareness, connection, and relationships. Information coming to you, you're learning from it, imbalance of emotional self in relationship to. So you've done the work, let's just say peripheral, and you're going to be able to help a lot of people in many, many different areas, okay, of life, externalized life. It's awesome. Okay. Again, this is a periphery, so let's see if it comes up in the reading or how it fits into the reading as a whole. All right. 4th hand. Oh, you got your card. There's the 33. Congratulations. Wow. Lot of energy. Lot of energy. Raquel is coming through, by the way. She's from the Deep South, and she was one of the angels at the World Trade Center in 2001, September 11th, when it happened. And she was there to receive the souls that came over. Her name's Raquel. She's very beautiful, very lovely lady, but tells it like it is. She doesn't mince words. and she doesn't give me any breaks as a guide or angelic realm being. I'm not sure. I think she's more guide, and she's earned her wings. She's on the other side doing her work, not in human form. But she has that southern drawl, and she's just, her energy is unbelievably beautiful and forthright and kind and loving. So she's here, she's present. So Raquel, what do you have to say? So I've got here relationships, diplomacy, karma, or cleaning up the past or helping people to clean up the past, hard work, and sharing, return, hard work. All right, what I'm getting here is, it's two ways to interpret this. In relationships, you're dealing with karmic issues. It's hard work to help other people express their abilities, their healing talents. 33, so it's a high card. It's an absolute yes. You're going, this is who you are. It's where you're going. You are going to get there, okay? I'm reading for a 33 personal year, and look at the card you've got in how you express yourself within the world. So sharing, hard work on past issues. You're doing the work here, okay? Really hard work on this past life and current life issues that don't serve you anymore, and they're coming out as ideas and or therapies and or abilities to help other people, especially in the community in a healing form. Beautiful. Well done. Oh, I love it. Sorry, but I do. I love it when it works that way. All right, externalized world and how it affects you. Okay, 33. So universal year ones, 33s, an impression, solution, something comes to an end, breakthrough, frustration. Look at that. So, okay, how to interpret this as it comes from the outside world to you within the situation of 33. Okay, you're no longer looking to impress others or others impress you. You're done with people who have a facade and present themselves falsely to you. You're done, you're finished, forget about it, no more, not dealing with it. Okay, it's gone from a question, okay, what is this, to aha, I understand it, and you're going to move beyond that wall. Solution is also the world. It can be death in some instances. It just depends on what's happening. I'm not looking, I mean, it's the death of an old issue, but it's not death meaning someone's going to die here. It just means that you've broken through with wasting your time with people who are false, okay? You've come to a place where you're aligned within, you're receiving the connection of source energetically, vibrationally. You know the truth. Nothing can phase you anymore. Nothing can lie to you anymore. Nothing can take away that truth that you have come to within. So the externalized world can't lie to you, nor the people in it that have not attained what you've attained. They're not there yet. They're not experienced. You're clear. They're all jumbled up in a lower energy. Okay, they're living in fear. They don't know who they are. I'm not saying this is a negative thing. No, by no means is it negative. It's just that you're done with people that are not on your level, okay? You are in a different vibration. You're doing different things. You don't need to be confirmed, affirmed by anyone, and nor should you go to those individuals, whether in the workplace or in a relationship, okay? Let it go. The externalized world has nothing on where you're going inwardly with your abilities, your talents, your light, and your connection. So now we have the past and what you've done in the past. So you didn't know where you were going. You had absolutely no idea where you were going to end up with all that was happening in your life. But that broke, okay? So the tension is broken. Let's just say that there's success, experience success. Remember, there's light back here. All right, the light is shining. The stone is cracked. 3 and 5 add up to an 8. So you've conquered an aspect of high tension within yourself. Also depth, and there's a new beginning. So not knowing, breaking the stone, depth, new beginning. You now understand who you are and where you're going. So whatever was ended in the past, could have been a relationship, could have been a workplace that you had left or decided that you were going to go to a different department or leave the company or get a new job. It could be that you are done dealing with high stress, high anxiety, high tension. You're done with it. It could be mental stress as well. Okay, depth and break free, new beginning, a brand new order, moving along on a planned new direction. You've got the equation. All right, so universal ones, personal year 33s. This is you inwardly, how you feel about the situation and how you impress upon others. So success, flying high, freedom, confrontation, movement. Success, ascent, flying high, freedom, hardness, combat, movement. Okay. All right. You've come to a place, or maybe you want to be famous, or let's just say you've come to a place where you have had a certain amount of freedom. Maybe you're sitting on your laurels. This is asking you to get up off your duff emotionally, spiritually. It's time to move forward with what you've learned in the world and apply it. Okay, success, freedom, confrontation, movement. Maybe you're afraid of being successful. It's not even, what is it? It's not success like adoration of other people, or you're all full of yourself and, ooh, look at me, I've attained the highest of the high. No. You want success, you want freedom, but you have to move on it. So you're being pushed to move on what it is that you want, emotionally, spiritually. Okay? Don't sit on your laurels, don't sit still, don't just think, go and do. All right? Go and impress people with what you've connected, your lighthouse. The light is shining, help bring those ships into shore. Don't be afraid. It's time for you to get out of being in the home or being introverted. Get out into the world, become more connected with others. It could be writing, it could be singing, it could be you actually going and getting a studio and expressing your art, or getting into a gallery, or it could be you writing that book and getting it published with what it is that you have to say, what the experiences that you've learned. All right? It's something grand. Grand in what you've learned, your experiences in the externalized world. You have to get out of your safe place and go and get it out there. So don't be afraid. You're meant to do this. It will unfold. I can't be specific about it, but it's very spiritual. Okay? You have the freedom. Confront it. Move it forward. Don't be afraid. It's hard for me to explain this. If you want to start a YouTube channel, start a YouTube channel. You might not want to be in front of the camera. Okay, so be it. But what you have to say needs to be on camera so that other people can hear you and partake of the experience that you've had, hardship and all, that's brought you to this place, so that you can inspire those people that are listening to the YouTube channel. It's just an example, okay? So here's your future. Interesting that that card fell out. For personal year 33s, universal year 1s, it's a test for you to express what you've created, okay? You're going to be traveling and you need to stay balanced and connected to source. Don't lose your ground. Don't become egotistical. Don't be put upon. Don't be a doormat, if you know what I'm saying. Learn to balance that stone above your head. Don't partake of drama. Again, you got 2 warnings here. Trial, composure, traveling away from home. It's hard work, but it's the Christ consciousness. Okay, and that is the second highest card. So you've almost got the lesson down pat. Remember, you're going to be tested on what you've learned here in this 33 year. We're only in March, so wait till you get to December. you'll understand the fullness of what it is that's being given to you as a 33, as a master number year energy coming into your body with all the healing that is helping you to get or allow or to become a person who is working from a place of higher consciousness. Okay? With all the healing in tow, both physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, all of it. Okay? Congratulations. Well done. Boy, whew, I feel like I'm going to fly off the planet into space right now. Who knows? Maybe you're an astronaut. Maybe you just came back from the trip around the moon. I don't know who I'm reading for, but I really, really appreciate the fact that you've joined me on this journey. I'm going to bring out the QR code for the Patreon. Remember, I'm old-fashioned. I do things without the tech. And also my information for the email to contact me for a reading and other links as well are in the description. This is The Way Within Divine Messages. I'm Nesrin, Wisdom Visionary, and Satnam, Namaste, and blessed be. And we look forward to having you for the next series. Bye for now.